for All Friday, 888-589-8840. Let's go to Margaret in Keystone Heights, Florida. Margaret, you're on Focal Point. What's on your mind?
Oh, hi, Brian. Lovely talking to you. I just wanted to share a little item with you. I was raised in a General Motors town in England during the war. 9 o'clock every morning, we had prayers. I had Catholic friends and Jewish friends who didn't come to service. They would wait in the hallway till we were finished. It was only a matter of 15 minutes. Now, we were 32 miles from London. Every day we'd see the planes going over. They were trying to bomb the General Motors factory. Now, we had schools all the way around. During the whole wartime, we'd go to school with our gas masks, but the whole time, not one school was bombed.
Wow. So
is that not food for thought?
Well, that's that's a powerful confirmation, of what Benjamin Franklin reminded the founders. He reminded the founders of Psalm 127, unless the Lord builds the house, the laborers labor in vain. And then the next phrase in Psalm 127 says, unless the Lord watches over a city, the watchmen stand guard in vain. Right. So you got to have watchmen. It's not one or the other. We talked about this in Nehemiah. You pray and you set a guard. It's not one or the other. But if you just set a guard and you don't pray, then you're missing one half of the equation that's necessary for your security. Well, that's a great story, Margaret, from World War II and from the land of England. And Margaret, appreciate your call. With that accent, you can call in anytime.
Thank you, but I think we should convince parents that they need to pray with their children every day before they go to school, or any time at all. Pray with your children, and you protect them.
And that's a great reminder. Thank you, Margaret, for the call. Appreciate that. Thank you for that. We talked about this before, but there was a group of 15 kids that were huddled in a closet. Their teacher put them in there, shielded the door with their own body. She died. The shooter banged on the door of the closet. The kids did not let him in. They're huddled in there in the dark, obviously total panic situation. But what they were doing was they were praying, and they were protected. Let's grab Sheila Jackson Lee. Here's her suggestion, clip number 6, Representative Sheila Jackson Lee, a veritable fount of Second Amendment wisdom.
And I joined with Dick's Sporting Goods store. And I'm personally just say to those who are listening, maybe you want to turn in your guns. Oh, no, I'm not going to take your guns. But look at what Dick's Sporting Goods did. In the moment, they wanted to be part of the solution and a part of America. Let us mourn with action. God bless those who have lost their lives.
That doesn't make sense.
That's Barack Obama's assessment, I think, on that. That doesn't make sense. Turn in your guns. I mean, the whole point of this, people have been getting on me for lacking in compassion. You don't care about these kids. No, I do. That's why I'm outraged. I don't want to see that ever happen again. I don't want another set of 20 parents to have to grieve as these parents did. I don't want the families that lost the adults to have to grieve like those families in Connecticut did. That's what this is all about. It's driven by compassion, a desire to solve this problem, and a desire to protect innocent victims in the future. Now, Sheila Jackson Lee was not done. Now, this is Sheila Jackson Lee. This is her solution to the problem of school violence.
We should be looking at bulletproof glass for schools. We should be looking at a system of a steel door that when there is an alarm, that there is a possible intrusion, those doors come down. We're sophisticated enough to build schools with that kind of technology. And this would have been an excellent response to Mr. Lanzer, because what he did is he shot his way into the school with the automatic weapon. He literally shot down the door, and he came blasting into the school. It was a automatic wall that came down, as they noted that this individual was attempted to do harm. That can be a source of protection. I cannot, at this juncture, believe that arming teachers, or that teachers would want to be armed, is going to be the answer.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
So that's Representative Sheila Jackson Lee's solution, retractable steel walls. Now, the idea of the bulletproof glass, that's not a bad idea for offices. I mean, for security, for the people that have to deal with people coming into the building, not a bad idea. Because this guy did shoot his way into the office complex. But to think a retractable wall is going to stop this guy once he's inside, how does the wall help? You just trap everybody inside with a retractable steel wall. Focal Point AFR Talk, free for all Friday. Give us a call, 888-589 on Thursday, 888-589-8840. Brian Fisher, Focal Point, AFR Talk, back in 2.